Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Happy daylight savings time. We'll talk about that later. Thank you for being here at What the Flock, which I really still haven't made any kind of graphic for, as you can see from the screen. So I'm gonna start with a song. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Susan, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easier time with my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. See you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around me now. Thought I'd see you fire and rain. Hello again. And also, if you can hear, my neighbor is again doing construction on a Sunday morning. They started real early. Love them. So I want to say a big shout out to everybody here, especially David L., who's first, Chad Freeman, happy Sunday, Edward Richard. Oh, hold on, let me make sure does my chat work? Okay, I wasn't pushing it. Happy Sunday, says Chad. Hello to Edward Richard. And my sweetheart Kim Harden Hudson, glad you're here. Andrew Jackson, it is a little early, especially because it's daylight savings today, so it's really 10 a.m. for me, which is fine. I've been up since like a while. I've been up a while, but it's early to be singing, I guess. And I did move this up for the last time. It was at 10:05, but then I realized that sumo started today. And then I couldn't figure out what time sumo was with the daylight savings because, Japan doesn't change, but we change. And anyway, it was just at 10:30, so we were right about that, and that was good. Got some good sumo action in beforehand. And then this. So perfect Sunday. Got some James Taylor in the morning. We got some Ryan Saunders here. Good to see you, Ryan. Gordium's here. Yo. Rocky Avellaneda. Wonderful to see you. Good afternoon to you. Adam Burst is here. Hey, Adam. Mixed Club. Good to see you, Rhett. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Smith is present. Wonderful to see you. Queen Bee. Wonderful to see you, too. Glad you're here. Karen, oh my God. So I've gotten to the point where your email is now up on my screen and I've written, hey, Karen, comma, and then there's a new line. And that's as far as I've gotten. And that took me like 2 days and it's been there for like 2 days. And it's not even hard. I just I have to like type. I need to figure out, I want to figure out how to do the text to type. I've been trying to do it, but the text thing doesn't understand my accent. And it's hard. All right, making excuses. Conspiracy music, good morning, sir. Whoops, I missed it. Here you are. Thank you for all I watched about half your show in real time on Friday night, and then I got sleepy and kind of tuned out. But I watched again in the morning, and you said the sweetest things about me, and I just was all verklempt. And I really appreciate you. So thank you for being awesome. Right, Karen's like, we're going to work on that. Steve-O, good morning. Good to see you. Oh, and good afternoon and good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is the Missing Hour morning show. I feel the hour right now. I'm not going to lie. I'll get my notes. I made notes, y'all. Look at me. Jade's watching. Well, she's not. It's fucking early in the morning. But I made notes again. So I did half of them while watching sumo. Not gonna lie. So yeah, daylight savings time. This is the one I like. I'm gonna claim that. I think we should just stay here forever and never switch back. I don't like getting here. I don't like missing the hour. That part was stupid. And I would like my hour back. But I do like the later evenings. I like it to be dark in the morning because it makes me feel like I woke up early. When I wake up at 6 a.m. and it's bright as fuck, I feel like a loser. Like I woke up so early, but everyone else in the sunshine is already up. What have you been doing, you lazy ass bitch? So I like it to be dark because that makes me feel like, woo, look at you. You woke up before a whole world. So let's see. Mr. Smith said, if anyone asked me to sing songs at 10 a.m., they would be told to just leave. Well, I'm surprised that at 10 a.m. you're still not awake from the night before. I didn't think you went to bed that early. So we'll see. Up. David says wrong answer. He wants his hour back. I agree that the hour back, I'm just saying from now on, stay here. Never go back and forth ever again. Like, you took my hour, I got it. Okay, we're good. Let's just stop. You win. So Kim wants us to fall back and never spring forward again. All right. Oh, Jack Hunter's here. Hello, Jack. Did I ever sing Creep yesterday? No, I did not. I don't think I did. Oh, well, yesterday I didn't do anything. I will say yesterday I barely got out of bed. Felt like crap. And that kind of has something to do with my blah, blah talk I'm going to talk about today. So what are we doing here today? If you don't know, well, it's nothing. I really made this shit up. But this is called What the Flock, and it's a place for us to get together each week, and we're going to share our successes and our struggles, and we're going to lift each other up and get to know each other a little bit better, and just talk about what's going on for a little bit every week. And I just want to thank you all for being here, for taking the time to hang out. So, also, some of the I got confused by the chat sometimes. I'm also getting confused because there's banging by the neighbors, but I'm gonna try to focus. That's gonna thing I'm working on. And I decided that today that besides sumo, I want to talk about permission, because that was like the thing that's been like on my mind a lot this week. So I like Gordium says that he wants a time machine. A TARDIS or a DeLorean will do. Can I click them? There we go. I like Mixed Club's making vows for his next door neighbors, and he's going to use AI. And I kind of like that idea because, there are some things that AI I think could be very helpful for, and that's one. There's some parts of it that are just like, let's get a structure down and then fill it in. I mean, you'd personalize it, you would make it better, but I think it'd help you to start getting something set up. I don't think that's crazy or a cheat. If you haven't checked out, I put it in one of my community page posts, the link to Jack and Chad tried on my shirts. It's not this one. It's the one with the bot girl. Oh crap, messed it up. But with bat wings. So they both bought that and they both opened it at the same time. It was exciting. And Jack tried it on and then he super flexed. So if you want to look as buff as Jack does, you might want to get one. So are there other ladies you're trying to duet creep with? Chad called you out. Oh, Jack's recorded 4 new cover songs yesterday. Big up for that. That's awesome. David L's success this week is that he ain't dead yet, which is huge. Charlie Gabaldon's here. Hello there, Charlie. Let's see. Oh, Non-Mouse says that AI is very emotional, and so it's perfect. Interesting. I like that take. Rhodey's Jam Cave. Good to see you. Good to see you. Jess says, I keep check my job. And he's underpaid. Well, we like having you two around, so we're glad you're here. One thing I was thinking about this week is the idea of permission. And I know that too many times in my life, I have kind of given away my own authority or power over my own goals to somebody else because, maybe I was unsure, should I do this? Is this a good idea? And sometimes when you go to somebody with your idea and you'll say, I'm thinking of doing this, what do you think? And you're really asking, maybe for permission and validation and their response is maybe to protect you, to warn you off or to give you some reasons why you shouldn't do it. And it feels like, oh man, I was hoping that I would get encouragement. Here I am being told you shouldn't do this. So one example I have is when I was a kid. I think I was 16 and I had auditioned to get into the big performing arts high school in Dallas. So it's called Booker T. Washington. And so I did the whole audition process and I got in for theater and in music or something like that. And I was really excited. And I had been going to this really nice private school. And I went and told my old theater teacher, the one that I grew up with in children's theater. So I'd known her since I was born, and I did children's theater the whole time. And so I went to her and I was like, this is what happened. I got into this great performing arts high school, and I feel really excited, and this is just going to be awesome. And then I said, this is where I see it. Then I said, do you think I should do it? And that part was my bad, because first of all I was a kid, but that was my bad. And so her response is, no, you should not do it. You shouldn't take a spot from somebody who has more potential at this than you do. Because at the time I'd seen it, but man, this woman was never supportive of me. She always gave me the shittiest roles. I was she was always really awesome to my brothers. And so I thought she was awesome because she was super supportive of both my brothers. But it wasn't personal. She was projecting her own bullshit, saying what are the chances that I would have gone to this high school and been a huge professional actress? Very small. They're very tiny. I'm very happy with how my life has turned out. I'm happy with where I am now and who I am and the people I'm around and stuff. So I wouldn't change that. But at the same time, I do realize that I pivoted my life and I didn't go to the performing arts high school, and I gave up my spot because I gave somebody else this authority and power over, like, you know, what's my total. Yeah, I'm going to show this because thank you, Kim. That's exactly right. That lady is a total dick. So, big ups, Linda. You were mean to a kid. But it's that part where she didn't think she was mean. She probably thought she was helping. And I've been hearing this a lot. There, you know, when you, not all of us, but a lot of us are trying to put out music and trying to put out videos, trying to put out things. And none of, you know, there's one Jade Star, you know, there's like one Mr. Smith. And then there's like the rest of us who are just don't, you know, we're not perfect. We don't know what we're doing, and we're trying our best, and we're learning as we go. And like, I think just giving people encouragement when they're starting out, and when they're like, even when it's not your cup of tea, is very helpful. Just to be like, you know, I recognize that you are putting yourself out there and trying, because the idea that the success lies in being found or winning a Grammy or whatever the one that it is today, the Oscar, I don't know. Like, that's not gonna do anything. Like, that's not a real success, and that's not gonna make us healthy and happy and feel better or anything like that. It's like a weird external mode of success that, you know, we don't really have to value. So I've been thinking a lot about permission, and one of the things that I do not give myself permission to do is rest. And so yesterday, well, even I'm gonna say Friday, just felt like total shit, just horrible. And I never let myself like be sick, because it was hard when I was a kid to be sick. So it's just, you know, like it was, it's hard for me to just rest and let myself sit in a chair and get under the blanket and hot, what do you call it? The heating pad, and just like do nothing for, I don't know, it was like 36 hours. I didn't move. So I did that yesterday. So that part was nice. And I need to give myself a little more permission in that sense to rest when I need to, and also to ask for help when I need to. And I want to thank everybody who's reached out to me this last week, because everybody was really awesome this week and gave me so much encouragement and support. And only like, yeah, very few people said anything to my face that made me feel bad. Maybe I kind of saw it, but they didn't know I was watching. So, and yeah, it was good. The whole experience was kind of healing in some kind of way, I do think, for being a shitty ass experience I didn't want to go through. But now, I do also feel like it's helped a community. I know that, I don't know, I really had fun on Clay's show on Friday night. I thought it was a really good chat and really fun show, and so that part was awesome. Let's see. I'm going to go through. I like Anon Mouse says that they ask for forgiveness, that they seldom ask for forgiveness and never permission. And I like that. Kim's like, that's your legacy. Lots of people love Linda. I'll give that. I think, yeah, I have a lot of theories why I was not Linda's favorite, but it's okay. Aw, Charlie, you should never give up your modeling career. You got it. Good looking man. Many vibes. Good morning. Okay, let's see. I like Jack says, success is subjective to the person. It's all about your perception of what success is, defined by you. And I love that, Jack. That's really true. Chris Lane, good morning. Well, thank you, Many Vibes. This is one of my shirts that's on my website. It's a picture of my distortion pedal that I think I gave all these away. I don't think I have one of these with this design anymore. So I guess I need to make another one. So it would make sense. But it's an OD distortion, and it's an overdrive / distortion. And it has this skull on it. And I really like this skull. I don't know. Chad says the man in my head is a bully and is a complete dick to me. I have that same man. I think my man is, I don't know if my man is a man. It might be. Many Vibes says, Chad, you tell that man to shut the fuck up. I love you, Many Vibes. I'm going to hold something that makes less noise. Conspiracy says, I'm horrible at taking care of myself. Oh, I feel this deeply. I am really trying hard to be better at this, but it's like, it's one of these things I realize it's like one of these that you have to decide it every day, and sometimes like 8 times a day you have to just keep deciding to do it, and there's never a point at which you're just like, it's just gonna come naturally that I'm gonna always make all the right decisions and never want to eat ice cream all day. And it's been as good about taking walks this last week, so I will say that I think being and when going out for a walk is like, it's about exercise for sure. But I think the getting out into sunshine is something that for me is so vital. And I know a lot of people don't get enough vitamin D, don't get enough sunshine. So I just need to be outside more. And it's hard when the weather's crappy, and it's hard when it's so yeah. Oh, taking care of ourselves is hard. Oh, Many Vibes is awesome at loving themselves, and I love that. We should all be more like Many Vibes, and that's awesome. David's going into lurk mode. Oh, let's see. Many Vibes likes to crank Nina Simone's "Feeling Good." Oh, Valkyrie says, Clay's show was awesome until I fell asleep. That's kind of what happened to me too. Right? It was totally lit. It really was. It was packed. And you got like, I don't know, that was like the fastest to 100 likes that I've ever seen. I was like, wow. That was crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, good job. So he said, Friday was a banger. My largest show so far. Oh, awesome. Good. I'm glad it feels like a good decision. I mean, I know it's hard and I know it sucks. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we all come back around, because yeah, none of us want to like ostracize anyone. And I think there's something to be talked about here. I know that there is, Doc's not the first person that I've had a run in here with, on the YouTubes that has given me pause and has actually, made me reconsider, like, should I do this at all? So one person, I'm not going to name the person, and I know some of you people know who it is and some people don't. It doesn't matter who it is. But the fact is that they're a person in our community who puts out music and who shows up in chat and who's around, and half the time acts really normal and nice and is cool. But behind the scenes has emailed numerous people, a lot of women, I think also some men, and they write these very angry emails, and they've gone from just, some of them are like, you're not being very nice to me, I feel hurt, which, is a legitimate thing. We all feel that way sometimes. But it goes to like where they're angry and transphobic and misogynistic and really cruel, really, just really horribly cruel, to the point where I've blocked this person so that they can't comment. But that doesn't help when they're on other streams. So what I just kind of happened is my solution was, I'm ignoring you. And so I block them, and I kind of just ignore when I see them, and they ignore me because they know that, they know what they've said is really not cool. But I don't know how to call somebody out on this. And so, but what happened is that they have done it now to somebody else. And that person was also hurt. And that person did take down all their videos and doesn't feel welcome. And so what do we do? It's not, I don't want it to be an us versus them. I don't want to like, oh, we have to kick somebody else out so that we can all feel welcome. But, you know, I'm also not qualified to handle somebody's mental illness, which I do believe in this case. It's more about mental illness than it is about just somebody trying to be difficult. I don't think or that they're trying to be cruel. I do think it's something they can't control. But it doesn't make it something that I need to be around or that we need to be around. So how do we handle this? I don't know, but we need to have a conversation about this because I don't want to have anybody leave because they don't feel welcome. And especially in a space where they're contributing, like they're making music that people are enjoying, that people are contributing to, that collaborating with. And, you know, so it sucks. So what do we do? I don't know. Chris Lane says, this is the shirt you're getting. You should get it. Let me know. I got one for you. I will bring it to you personally, Chris. Okay. May Vibes is getting the one where I flip the bird. I like that one. I was wearing that. I wear that one a lot. Oh, it's like right here too. I wear that one a lot. I like Clay. The hardest decisions are usually the right ones. Gordium, I really don't know, but if you want to email it to me and show me pictures, we could look at it. I will try to get back to you. I'm working on it. Okay. I like, what is this self-care? I like sometimes, yeah, you just like get out in the morning like you're going out. I think that's a good idea, just to get out. I like this Velcro. Richard says he's beginning to find out I just need to give myself permission to fail. And I do think that that's exactly what it is, because it's that part where you feel like you have to do it and it has to be perfect. And if it's not, and it has to succeed and it has to make it big. And all these things are just kind of silly. Oh, I love Leela. Leela self-cares by lurking. And I love that. Jack, this is not you. This is no one in the chat because we can see you and you're here. And I promise that if it was you, then you would not be here. So don't you worry. You're sweet. You're all good, buddy. But it's not a part. It's not the part where it's, well, Falcro, we need to talk because I think you know what we're talking about. And it's just that part where it doesn't, I don't know, like, there's always going to be a person. So how do we deal with this as a community? And where, you know, I don't know. It is about just supporting each other, but some things we can't support. And so it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Oh, okay. So I went to screenprinting.com. Seriously, I think that's the website. And I bought one screen print press, and it was probably $200, I would guess, for the whole little thing. And it clamps down to a table, bolts to a table, and it's pretty severe. They have ones of all sizes. They have ones at the Michaels, which are like much cheaper and will also do the job. So it just depends on how much room you have, because the one I have actually does take up a whole bunch of room. So that's truth. No, we're not trying to support being a dick, and that's the part. Nobody wants to support being a dick. That's the thing. So, you know, how do we deal with this? I don't think any of us know. Oh, Yeah, humans are a challenge. That is it. And that's it. And I'm a challenge to myself. And I'm probably the biggest challenge to myself. So I hate to, you know, there's shared blame and there's personal blame. And, I hate when it sticks. There we go. But I think the biggest part is that we all show up for each other and just don't overreact to things and don't try to push people out, because it's just not going to help anything. But at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, humans are what we're stuck with. We're the problem and the solution. I think it's exactly. My boys say I'm a chimp. You're awesome, Rhett. I love daily is a struggle with right? I feel like that too. Like dealing with yourself is hard enough, so why we should be kind to each other, because like we don't have time for this. But yeah, and I do think I'll come back to that one. I do think that I have gotten some really personal emails about people's interactions on YouTube with each other. And, it's at different levels, and all types of things have happened. And it's going to be messy and stuff. And so, I don't think that there's a good place for us to try to be gossipy with each other or, make it into cliques or anything. Like, that's not helpful, because we're just here to each of us work on our own selves and become the best. And I think that's what it is about permission that I was really trying to say. I kind of got off balance. But the thing about permission is like kind of what, I don't know, Rhodey was saying it last week too about validation. It's just got to be your own thing. You have to give yourself permission to fail, like Richard says. You have to give yourself permission to try, to name yourself, permission to say who you are. Like, I've had a really hard time, even though I've done art my whole life. My whole life had a hard time saying I'm an artist. I always I've done graphic design. I was still like that, but I'm literally surrounded by this house by paintings that I've done on every wall. So I don't know why I'm an artist. I paint. Whether or not other people like them or, I've sold paintings. I've done commissioned paintings. So I don't know why I have such a hard time saying I am a painter, but I need to give myself permission to do that. And we need to give ourselves permission and each other to make crap and to get better. And I do feel stifled sometimes when I feel like things are over critiqued, and it's like, why even try if it's not going to be good enough, But it doesn't matter, because good, me and Blue Unicorn had this whole conversation about best and good and what these terms mean, and they're just bullshit. So, also, I got to hang out with Blue Unicorn. We hung out in his Cadillac. So that was a big, that was a highlight of my week. So for t-shirts, I will tell you one little thing. This has nothing to do with what I'm just talking about. So for t-shirts, normally t-shirts are made on a screen where you have it's like a window screen or something. And there's a process using emulsions and chemicals and all these things that you expose an image on the screen with a really bright light, and it burns it on there, and then you wash out the emulsion and you let it dry, and then you have a screen. And that's awesome. And it takes 8 hours to accomplish, and and smells bad too, and it's toxic. So what I am doing is I have one of those Cricut vinyl cutters, and I've learned this because this is how I also do this is how I etch metal. And so I'm using the same process to screen print shirts. So I draw the design out, sometimes on paper, and I put it on my iPad and get it all drawn out. And then once it's all one color, this is what I want, I put it on my Cricut vinyl cutter, which is one of those things used for scrapbooking, it's sold at Michael's for scrapbooking. I don't know what else it's used for. So you, I guess they also have things you can iron on stuff with that directly, but it looks dumb. So, so what I do is I draw the thing and I'll cut out. So I cut out the thing that I want to be inked. So everything that's silver was cut out, and I lay it backwards upside down on the screen and put that down onto the shirt and then squeegee the ink through. So instead of making this whole emulsion screen that takes hours, it takes about half an hour to make a screen from, I've got the design, I put it in, cuts it out, I lay it down. You have to take out everything and weed it is what it's called. And then, so it's much faster, but they don't last as long. So I think, I've gotten out, you can do as many prints as you want, but to rinse the ink out every time loosens the sticker a little bit. So you can't do it too many times without it coming off. That's the only downside. But I think it's a good way to do it. And I also do metal the same way. So I make a little a vinyl cutout and then dip that in acid. Right. And then I squeegee. Epiphanies, good to see you. Oh, Falcro, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're having a good time. I like this. Everyone is in Jack's clique. Where'd it go? Okay, I've lost it, but we all here. It was there somewhere. I like to click to end all clicks. Mix is being nice for Leela so that Leela doesn't time him out. I gotta mix a mod so that you can. Well, this is not the account that you get timed out on though. Oh, look at you, Mini Vibes. I'm a painter. If you came to my Friday Sun Club, I told my story that my painting came back to me that I gave to my friend for his birthday. I feel like I should put it on Facebook because then he would see that. I like this. Charlie says that his grandpa used to tell him to take your troubles and put them in your pocket with a hole in it and take a walk and soon they'll be gone. I love that. I like a blue unicorn drives a red Cadillac. Let's get this right. Oh, Conspiracy says in 26 more hours he can like a Facebook post. What did you post, Ben? I feel like I thought I followed you on Facebook. I gotta see. I didn't notice that you posted anything bad at all. Okay, Mr. Smith says, when a situation is emotional and causes upset, the go-to position is blame. This has become prevalent in our culture. Rehabilitation is the key to resolution, though. If we fall alone, there is no community. That's beautiful. I really like that. And I think that's true. I think that that's the thing. It's like, it's one thing when someone does something very publicly and everyone sees it and it's right there in everyone's face. And it's kind of different when it's happening behind the scenes for the most part. And like, I didn't know until someone actually kind of figured out that it had happened to me and sent me an email and said, oh yeah, that also happened to me. And I hadn't realized it. And that kind of is what happened. Like, I didn't no, this didn't happen because I didn't realize it happened at all. But then I was like, was it this person? And they're like, yes. So I don't know. We have to do something, but it has to be in a way where we're building each other up and still giving each other space. And, but maybe, I don't know, warning? It's weird. David says, I came to YouTube as permission to upload covers and play guitar. I like that. I think that is what YouTube is here for, it's a space for you to do this very thing. So I'm glad you're doing it. Karen says, I'm a sensitive old gal and people on YouTube can be very cruel, especially with my name. Why people can't just say bitch instead of referring to Karen all the time? Oh, I totally hear this. So my aunt is Karen and all my family has K names. Almost all of them, except for So take that for what you will. But so this whole giant K family, and my Aunt Karen is like, I mean, she's passed now, but like literally the sweetest human being, one of the kindest people, and you know, just not deserving of the cruel moniker of like using Karen as an insult, or like, oh, you complain too much, or I don't know, or you're mean, because I don't know, they use different ones. But I agree with this. I think that there's a lot of things you could call somebody, and Karen is a really weird choice. I don't know how we don't all know a Karen that's lovely. So I know, I know several Karens that are just wonderful. So, and then we also have like every variation of Karen, like Karina, and yeah, so we've got all the K names. So I do feel this. I think that is a big one that you shouldn't have to deal with. And I don't really think it's you being sensitive. I think that's your name. Like, I don't even think that's being sensitive. That's literally just mean. Okay, Edward says, if you get bad advice, it's not the person who gave it to you that suffers. That's really true. That's really true. Confidence in yourself beats taking sketchy advice. I like that. And I'm trying to work on that. I keep coming up with like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then I do it. And then I get I don't get the response that I want to get. And so I feel like it's a failure. And so, but this is all me. This is how am I processing it? How am I thinking about what am I really trying to get out of it? And, yeah, it's hard because, I think it's good to ask for advice. We want to have counsel in each other, and you don't want to just blow each other up like, okay, yeah, you should do it. You're great, and sometimes, we're not. So there's no reason to be over the top about it. But at the same time, I guess it's that part where I'm really learning this, like other people's opinions are not more valid than my own. That's been hard for me. Other people's requests or are not demands. That's been really rough because I think I grew up like everything was a demand. I don't think it sounds trivial at all. Okay, conspiracy, I got to check your channel out closer because you had 11 30-day bans in last year. That's a record. I'm proud of you. You speak your mind, dude. Oh, thank you, 27 people here. I appreciate it. Oh. I love this. The Chris Lane. Chris has got it. Chris is also very wise. He accepts that people can be both amazing and disappointing at the very same time. That's beautiful. And then he says he just tries to be the best that he can be on that day. Not only do you look kind of like Jesus, you have the wisdom of said Jesus, because that is beautiful. That's the truth. It's just, they are. And every time we have to make some comment about your hair. Oh. I've never been in Facebook jail either. Oh, Drizzle Stank, good to see you. Kind of going through the chat, kind of slow. Oh, Leela said that she lost her lovely Karen to cancer in 2020. I'm really sorry to hear that. My condolences. I gotta get better at scrolling the chat. Many Vibes, you're awesome. You're not in timeout. I'm enjoying you. Yeah, I'm always a little off. I'm probably off with the video. I'm off with the chat. So y'all are up on the chat and behind on the video. I'm behind on the chat, but right up on the video because it's my time. Oh, Rhett, yeah, this is true. It's hard when it's, somebody you know too. It makes a difference now when you say it, I think. Oh my God, Charlie. Charlie's got the comment of the day. Comment of the day. Comment of the day. Everybody hear what Charlie has to say. That's going to be my song. So he says, I just tell people if they're going to act like a turd to go lay in the grass. Thank you, Charlie, for the wisdom we all needed. All right. Coffee for that. Isomatic, good to see you. So they say, I've learned the very hard way about listening to advice. If it comes from your parents, it might not be the best thing to follow. You said even. I'm going to go with especially. I guess it depends on who your parents are. But yeah. I think this is true. And that's the thing, because it's like, I think this is a really good point, though, because, even if it comes from, like, when your parents tell you something, you're like, or when anybody of, like, because I think Linda, in my case, I was always like, she had that authority kind of figure in my life always. And so, she tells me something, I'm like, well, she must be right because she knows best and I'm young and they have authority and respect your elders. And I don't know, I was a dumb kid. Really what it gets down to is I was a dumb kid. And I just did what people told me. I love Drizzle. There's a grassy hill for all the turds to lay upon. Okay, this is hysterical. Oh, I love it, Chris. This is true. You made a lot of mistakes and you try to learn from them, but I think that's true. We all make mistakes, and it's the trying to learn from it and not blaming somebody for it and not trying to like hide from it or ignore it. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, so Falco says, I've looked forward to this time all week. I choose to focus on myself instead of any given situation. I've been working on that. The situation will get resolved. However, I am with me 24/7, and that is difficult to mitigate. I like that. I think that's a really good focus to have, because no matter what we're doing, you got to work on you. You got to take care of your health and what you're eating and what you're doing, what you're working on, your relationships, your projects. Green screen issues. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, Clay's gonna try to be good on and not get into Facebook jail. So if we should maybe, I feel like we should take bets on how long how long until Clay gets back into Facebook jail. No, he's gonna be good. I have a heart. I'm afraid of saying stuff on Facebook that like gets bad reactions. So I can't even think so I just barely say anything. I just here's the thing I'm doing, and then I run away. Yeah. Because I don't know. The reactions are tough. Oh, what did Drizzle Stink so? All right. Drizzle Stink also says that it's the wisdom of learning from mistakes. I think that's true. Karen says, yeah, she's been putting up with rude comments for a month and finally said something. Oh, yeah, I think you should definitely say something, because it's just mean. And it's, it's an insult. Ooh, Leela says on Facebook she snoozes people who talk crap. Good for you, good for you. Especially, yeah. Oh, Epiphany says, be fearless in the pursuit of happiness and whatever sets your soul on fire. Ooh, that's a really good one. Be fearless in the pursuit of happiness and whatever sets your soul on fire. I love that. Be alert. The world needs more alerts. Yeah, crack me up. All right, Jizzle Stink, we will see you later. Oh, Jizzle Stink's going to do something about epilepsy awareness later, about 6 p.m. Check that out. And we got Jack and Chad are doing a new weekly show, so please subscribe to their channel On the Hunt, JHB Studios. You can also see they're trying on their shirts. Also, Falcro did a trying on the shirts. Well, he did a here's my new shirt, and what do we call it? Oh, I forget the word for it. Anyway, and then also Robbie Stingle did. He wore the shirt I made for his new Country Roads video. So if you want to check out Country Roads with Robbie Stingle, that was really good. He also did a good fast car. He did a different. He did it in a different key I was playing in and played the riff differently, but it was a good way. I really liked it. I think I'm going to try it. Falco says, it's not the mistake that matters, it's the action taken for the solution that really matters. Ooh, everybody. Let's read that again. It is not the mistake that matters, it is the action taken for the solution that really matters. Y'all. That's really good. That is really, really good. Conspiracy's like, odds are good. Oh. I started with the song, and then I'm going to end with the song. And I was going to at least try to go for an hour, but my goal wasn't 90 minutes, but my medium goal was an hour. So we're at an hour, almost. That was good. So I'm doing okay right now. And the neighbors' incessant banging on the wall hasn't driven me crazy. And I haven't told you about sumo, so I'm going to probably talk about that. Ooh, Kim got a Facebook in 2015. You're my hero. I wish I was you. The only thing I don't like about it is that so many people use it. I don't know how to get them to come to shows and to know about it without it. I guess, yeah. It just feels like such an easy way to advertise. And that's the part that's been hard to get away from. Oh, I really wish that I had this. Yeah. I wish my older brother, he posts good pictures of like nature, so that's kind of nice, but he doesn't ever post like photos of his family. And my little brother has 2 little girls, and they never post any photos of their, which I think is smart. Like, part of me is like, yeah, you probably should not post pictures of your kid online, but at the same time, I want to see them. What does it say? I need to be good just so I can interact with artists on Chad's music Facebook page. This is true, and actually that's a really good Facebook page. If you're not on Chad, just post that up, Chad, too. If you're on Facebook, one good thing about it is Chad's music promotion thing that I can never remember. Headphones, something, I forget. I suck, dude. But post it and join it, and you will get lots of cool... he shares, different videos and live streams and things happening, and it's awesome. Oh, Mini Vibe says, this is my church. This is where I go to heal my hurts. That's a beautiful lyric. Kim was like, pushy ex-girlfriend, set up a Facebook. Best to just dump it all. Let's go back to MySpace. It's I think, you know, having good enough equipment is a big block, so that's definitely helpful when you're sending out stuff. I think people really appreciate that, man. I like Bob Vila said, you can build a house with a saw and hammer, but better tools make it faster and easy. This is true too. Awesome, Epiphanies. We're so glad you're here. Hope to see you soon. Right? We're all wanting MySpace back. I mean, if I was like, MySpace rocked. Charlie says the last yogi that he knew loved picnic baskets. And this is why we need Charlie. Your silly jokes. Oh, yeah. No, I'm having a hard time with this too, because I feel like it's that part where I don't know. I'm gonna talk to some of y'all offline and see, because I don't think doing it online is helpful. But let's talk offline and just see what are ways we can go about this in a healthy way that's not. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys. I'm not qualified, not at all. Right? Charlie is keeping it light, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Chad's been on break at work lurking. Okay. So one thing we're supposed to be doing is not just talk about me. We're supposed to also be talking about you all and how you all are doing. So I do welcome you all to let me know what is going on with you, you know, this week or lately, or how you're doing. If you would like to share, you don't have to if you don't want to. And so you would like to tell us struggles you're having or successes you've been having. I don't know why I left that up. But Mini Vibes is ego is excited, but this is good. I would love to hear what you've been up to, what you want to share with us, the good, the bad. Do you need support? Do you want to say something going on? Let me read it out loud and talk about it in the chat. Oh no, what did I miss Mr. Smith say? MySpace got you to rate your friends. I forgot that. Let's see. Where would Mr. Smith be on my friend list? Oh, your parents are... Oh, yep. It's, yeah, I don't have much family left on Facebook. It kind of does make it easier. Right, this is true. In the past, you can look at things with the lens that filters out the unpleasant part. I do that a lot. So Mini Vibes is conquering procrastination. That is awesome. I would like to do this too. So if you have any tips for how this is working, I need that. Because it's hard. It's somebody told me, and it's like I procrastinate doing things that are uncomfortable, which is totally true. But doesn't make it easier. I'm working on it. So, big news for Chad. Congratulations. He put in a new schedule and got approved that he has Fridays and Saturdays off starting in April. That's almost here. That's like 2 weeks. So congratulations for that. That's going to be awesome. More time for your show too. Was it supposed to be a music platform? Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Jack says he knows he's amazing because he's here. I'm glad that you feel awesome. That's awesome. Oh, we don't want you to keep your mouth shut now. I think you should speak your mind. Falcro has been obsessing about the state of his bedrio this week, which is his bedroom studio. I don't know why I didn't understand that. I guess it's the R. It's the R that gets me. Where does the R come from? There's bedroom? Bedrio. Bedrio. Okay. All right. Still weird. Okay. Besides that, I'm going to read the rest of the sentence. I'm struggling to permit myself to fail at this point. I need to know in myself that I can try again later, today or tomorrow. Ooh, this is huge. I think, I don't know, I feel like you're a little bit like me. And one of my problems with cleaning my area is I will get started on one thing and then I will look to the side and be like, oh, well, I have those library books there. I need to read that book because it's almost due at the library. So I do that, and then I start to do that, and then I'm like, oh, like read a few pages, and then I'm like, oh, here's the receipt. Oh, I have to return this, and let me find it. And then I go and I start to do that. And it's like I've worked for like 6 hours on stuff. Like I've run around and done all this stuff, and I've gotten zero accomplished. It's just zero accomplished. And so I totally feel this, and I have been trying to work more on like, okay, this is what I'm doing right now, and focusing on it. And but it's really hard. I don't know the answer to this either. I'm glad you're working on it. And that's the permission you're referring to. I get it. So I think instead of bedrio, I think we should vote stud room or bedrio. Yeah, bedroom studio, sleep studio. No, yeah, that's an option. The cadence is better with the R. You're right. Oh, all successes are built upon a solid foundation of abject failure. If it fails, learn and try again and again until you have success. I love it. So Mick says that he thinks he's doing okay, but he's been giving lots of thoughts to not being such a dumbass. Well, first of all, I'm hearing this in your self-talk because that's what I do. This is how I talk to myself, and we can't do this, right? We got to stop. So, I don't know how, but we're gonna stop. So you continue. He says, I mess around in the chat so much, and I have backed off in fear I might hurt someone, and he's probably overthinking. And I do think you're overthinking that because, I do think you're overthinking that. I don't think that I don't think anyone wants you to back off because we enjoy having you around. And, no, I'm sorry that you feel this way, but I don't think that it is part of how other people are perceiving you at all. And I definitely don't think people think you're a dumbass. And I like seeing you in the chat. I think it's cool. So Leela says that her studio is next to her bedroom, and both rooms are disgusting trash pits, but are the cleanest rooms in the house. Well, it's hard, thinking about how hard it is one thing that just drove me crazy about pandemic life was working at home, like just sharing that space of like, this is where I sleep, and this is where I hang out, and this is where I rest, and this is where I write music, and this is where I work, and this is where I answer emails. And I think this is part of I realize this is also still part of my answer emails thing, is I really hated it, the working from home. I really hated it. Like, I like to have the separation. I have rented a space that is like 5 miles away from my house that I have to drive to work because I love it. And you get to go over there and work, and it's over there, and it's super covered in sawdust, and there's like piles of crap in the corner, and it doesn't matter because I come home and all this is cleaner ish. Oh, you know, I can, and I have more control and I have separation. So it's hard when there's no separation, especially to have a bedrio or a stud room. I'm gonna cough. Hold on. Okay. All right. So many vibe votes Bedrio over stud room. I don't know. Stud room was good. Uh-oh. Recording bedroom. Awkward. I love it, Rocky. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and like, what are you recording in the bedroom? As long as there's not a recorder under the bed, it's okay. Oh, Conspiracy says that his friend is trying to get his social media site up and running. It's a free speech platform called TrueTube. So is this like something that's that's not on YouTube? Like it's a separate whole thing? Like it's a separate website? I think we all agree with this. Okay, so Chris says, I love having Mixed Club in the chat, an older guy like me with hard-earned wisdom. We could teach them young fellas a trick or two if they'll listen. I think this is true. Leela says, don't send me emails unless you talk to me first. I don't look at email unless I'm looking for something. That's yeah. It helps if you told me you email me, then I'm a little better at doing to check. If you say, hey, go check it, and then I will be like, oh yeah, my bad. And then sometimes I've checked it and it's just taken me 3 days to finish the email. Ooh, Conspiracy says Coldacre killed it last night on Gmail. I totally missed that. Oh, I missed it. I really liked Coldacre, like his interview, so that would really enjoy that. Pole Vault, good to see you. Mr. Smith is good to see you. He is working on a drum track for Eric Simey, I think. That's the Eric. We will see you soon. I'm going to do this for 10 more minutes, I think. And then I'm going to eat. Oh, so this is interesting. So Jack says that he's recording his side of shows on OBS from here on out. I am also like OBS, even though it's difficult and janky sometimes and it doesn't want to do what I want it to do sometimes. I love it. I recommend it. What did I miss? I hate when I miss stuff. Oh, okay. So this is, I think this is Coldacre. Coldacre really crushed it. Man, that's a really good show. It's Gmay's Saturday night open mic live stream extravaganza. I like to watch it sometimes. So last night I watched, it's not called The Island of Dr. Moreau, but it's the movie based off that book. But it was the original one, like done in the 30s, I think. It was really good. It was a little slow. Oh, okay, so TrueTube is a whole separate website from the YouTube. Everyone said goodbye to Smitty. Oh. Ooh, Eric Simey sent a banger on Friday. I'm not surprised. His stuff is awesome. He's really good. So Eric Simey is one of the guys that's on that Audio Bros podcast. They're doing regularly on Thursday nights. It's 8 o'clock for me, and so it's like 10 o'clock Eastern on Thursday nights. And they will, if you have technical concerns about your song, like you're like, I think this is good, but I want to get input on like, how do the drums sound to you? Or do you think that the mix is right? Or do you think, does this have the right kind of impact of sound? I think they're good for it. It's a really good spot to take it if you're looking to put out music and you haven't put it out yet, but you're close to it and you want to, just get it up to that next level. I think Audio Bros is a really good place to be. It can be overwhelming if if your song is not in the right place for it. Like if your song's finished and done and it's out, you probably don't want that much critique as if when you're still working on it and have that space where it's like where you're still ready for that feedback. Ooh, Chad says that Jack and Chad are going live Thursday. And Jack did the best performance of his rendition of Zombie on G-May's show last night, raw and emotional. Good job, good job. Conspiracy said it was an amazing performance. And Leela said G-May's going to clip it. Woo. Oh, it was Eric with Transylvania Stud. Oh, that's awesome. I do like, yeah, they're really good. Yeah, nighttime shows are hard for me too sometimes to be in the chat. Sometimes that's when I'm lurking. Woo! Audio Bros is in the house. Ryan Saunders, good to see you. Part of G-May's charm is he's such a free spirit, and he learned to be mellow and go with the flow. That's cool. Yeah, he's a chill dude. They also do fun things, like they do tarot card reading night. I thought that was fun. And then they do, sometimes it's just campfire. I don't think is this one camp? I thought this one was just, I don't know, maybe it was just the hangout. Mick said he thinks he'd feel better if he cleaned his studio. He did a live stream for a plugin. 3 times you can see his glass pipe. I do that sometimes. I'm like, let me move this. But I really don't care. So I guess I'll just move the pipe and not sweep. I do think that cleaning up our areas is a self-care, that we act like we're doing it for other people and that we need to do it to make it presentable for other people. But I think that it's one of these things that it's for ourselves. It makes ourselves feel better. It makes us feel more at peace in our space. It makes us feel more calm. We breathe better if it's less dusty. We are kinder to people because we're less stressed out. So I think that I'm really talking to myself here, because I think I put a lot of like, I got to clean into like, oh, someone's coming over, so I got to clean. Or, like, I don't want someone to walk in here and be like, you live like a pig. So I want to get to more of I want to clean this up for me, because I like to have a clean tabletop, and I don't want to I literally have like 8 pieces of scrap paper here on the floor. That's not necessary. I could pick those up, and I'm working on it. Up. Conspiracy says he was streaming and he didn't realize he was holding his pipe. I've done that since one time. I was like, oh, And I was trying to hit the pipe off the camera, but I forget which way was off. And I just went right center. Leila has come up with ambivert. I haven't heard that one. I like that. She says she gets de-energized by too many people or too much alone. Got to have the right balance. I think that we all need the right balance. I do feel like an incredible introvert, but then I am a really needy bitch when I'm lonely. So. So on Thursday, they're giving away several pairs of Bluetooth headphones. Well, that's awesome, guys. That's really cool. All right, Kim says cleaning up helps clear mental space for me. And with that said, I still don't do it often enough. Exactly. But I do think it's that doing it for ourselves can help it a little bit, like not making it feel like something we're guilty or like we're behind on, but like I've been trying to do that for like walking too. Like I really have to think about I'm walking because it's good for my whole system and my body and my brain, and not putting it on like because I'm fat or because I don't, I do this a lot because it's like, oh, I don't want to be fat, I gotta walk. But this is the least reason for me to be walking. And I'm not fat. And so I need to have a better mental space of like, why am I doing these things? And why am I taking these good self-care actions that I need, that I'm okay with doing them, but sometimes I do them for the wrong reasons. And that's not helping either. I like personing with people. I like that. Chad says he's a big time introvert, but he likes chatting. So he's extroverted chatting. ISO just laughs. That's like the third LOL. Or maybe I went up again. Maybe it wasn't. Leela thought she was an introvert until she discovered friends. I think that's probably true. I don't, yeah. Charlie says he's tired of picking things up and he's just going to buy a goat and let it eat everything. Yeah. Leila said if I got one of those goats, it would be animal cruelty. They would be eating the cat treats that the cat did not want. They would love it. I think, yeah, I'm actually curious. I want to see this. I would like somebody to have a stream with goats because goats are cute. My friend Bob, he drummed. We used to be in a band and he was the drummer, and we're still good friends. And he and his wife have a whole bunch of goats, like a small herd, maybe 6. And they're super cute, and I like to go over there and hang out with the goats and watch them. And I would love to have, I would like more goat content on the internet if anyone would like to get a goat. I like Chad says that he is a non-ADHD sensory seeker. Non-ADHD sensory seeker. I'm going to have to look up what that means. I'm intrigued by that. Okay, that loves to be surrounded by stuff. And loves people from afar. Interesting. These are interesting takes. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to like Google all these things. Because I hadn't thought about sensory seeker. That's very intriguing. Also, I'm curious if I like to be surrounded by stuff. Part of me has a limit that's like too much. I'm overwhelmed. But then part of me, I have a whole bunch of stuff. But like, my studio is full to the brim of stuff. So, I must love stuff more than I'm admitting to. Oh, there is some goat cleanup. we're like recycle. We're leaving the goats outside. Fine. Chad wants a goat, but the girlfriend says no. All right, I would listen to the girlfriend. Isa says he can relate with the pipe. My friend and I just hit it on screen when we DJ on Twitch. Ha ha. Well, and if you're half the time the people have the vapes, you never know. Uh-oh, damn, that goat ate my stash again. He's outside trying to play guitar. Clay says that he's going to be playing a bunch of different panels tonight. If you have the link set up, I'll drop it everywhere I go. I don't understand. Put the links. You put the links. You have a wrench. Please put the links up where you're playing tonight. And if any of you would like to put links up, I'm leaving in 5 minutes. So link time. Got something going on today? Got something going on tomorrow? Want to post a link to something? Let me know. If you need a wrench and you want to post a link to something, holla, and I will give you a wrench. I can't, and no, this is bad advice. Don't listen to Charlie. Bad advice. So I didn't even talk about sumo. So you're kind of, maybe I'll do a whole sumo stream, because sumo, guys, I just watched sumo. It was amazing. So link time for any links, mini vibes. You got any links you want to shout out? Please hit us up with some. I know you got some good stuff that you watch. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I really was excited to talk about sumo. I read this whole thing about sumo in my notes. Maybe I'll make it short. So Leela's got her music chat show tomorrow. That's one of my favorite things for Mondays. Makes Monday better. Oh yeah, I have one too tomorrow. I forgot. It's going to be tomorrow night. It's at 6 my time, which is 5 for Leela, and 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So 8 to 10 East Coast. Lies and Love Songs. That's Monday, because tomorrow is Monday. And thank you for the reminder that tomorrow is Monday. And so 12, is it? I forgot what time it is. Hit the link so you know what time it is, and get the notification bell. Many vibes, cooking and eating. Big hugs for everybody. Ooh, Leela's going to talk about MIDI. So I upgraded my interface this week, and I now have a interface that has MIDI, and I have MIDI stuff, and I used to do more MIDI, and when I had my old interface, and so I was thinking about doing more again. It's been a while. Thank you for being here, Chad. I appreciate it. You're with Charlie. Ha. Yeah, today is Sunday. It took me a minute. I woke up and I was like, what am I doing? I don't have anything to do all day. And then I remember this. Charlie posts a new video every Tuesday, 5 a.m. PST. Charlie, post a link to your channel, please. And Monday is Monday all damn day. Right? Monday's hard. Ooh, Charlie also upgraded his interface. It's pretty fun. Robbie, good to see you. I already talked about you, sir. Good to see you, though. Okay, I'm going to sing my one song, and this is my song, Pray, that I like to sing. Thank you for being here and hanging out at What the Flock. Thank you, Clay, for posting Charlie's channel, Charlie G01. What else do I want to say? I'm going to be reaching out to some of you behind the scenes. We'll talk about how we can handle things in a constructive and community building way. I don't know how to do it. Get on my knees at dusk and at dawn, and offer my praise in words and in song. Confess to my grief, forgiveness I pray. hoping that God will hear what I say. I pray for the lost, pray for the found, pray for the brave, pray for this town, pray for the sick, pray for peace, pray to your gods, pray for me. When I lay down to sleep, pray to the Lord my soul to keep. But if I should die before I wake, I pray to the Lord my soul to take. I pray for the lost, pray for the found, pray for the brave, pray for this town, pray for the sick, pray for peace, pray to your gods, pray for me. Pray to the lights, oh, pray to the sound, pray to the sky, both feet on the ground. Pray for the dead, pray for the new, pray for me, and I'll pray for you. Thank you for that, Chris. I love that. It's what I want to end it on today. Thank you all for being here, for hanging out, for being friends, and supporting me, and being here for each other. And y'all are awesome. And I hope to see you really soon. We'll see you, I'm sure, here later on tonight for stuff. But we'll also see you Monday in the afternoon at Live Reality's channel for her show about MIDI, and then in the evening I'll be playing some more tunes, just playing tunes and trying to not talk so much. That's also the goal of this, so that I talk less in the music-y ones and just talk here. So we'll work on that. All right, we'll see. So thank you all for being here, and I will see y'all later. Big love and positivity to you all. Love that. And we will see you all really soon. Thanks for being here, everybody. Take care.